Welcome to our Monday Market Outlook here at Wealth Creation Investing. I'm the Chief Investment Strategist, Matthew Buckley, and here we are, folks, in about the third quarter of third quarter earnings, and it's not good, folks. It looks like the first two quarters, so to speak, of Q3 earnings were full of under-promise and over-deliver. Everybody raced out to a microphone in the past month and warned how bad Q3 earnings were going to be. And then for the past 2.5, 3 weeks, unofficially kicking off with Alcoa at the beginning there, it didn't look as bad. So everybody came out and said, we're going to do horrendous, and they did horrible. And then the market rallied a little bit and took solace in that. And we saw a couple rally days last week as well. Well, towards the end of last week, the bottom really fell out of it, and it looks like they're saving the for last, so to speak, including Chipotle last week, which in two of my model portfolios I got absolutely shellacked on, and just a slew of stuff last week that didn't turn out too well. Even Apple going down to Apple's currently below its 50-day moving average, and it's also approaching its 200-day moving average. Got earnings coming up tomorrow with Apple, and last quarter, big pullback out of the stock, and then we had an iPhone 5 run up like you read in Apple Run Up magazine. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Apple. For regular viewers of our Wealth Creation with Options videos over Top Gun Options, after Apple did its run above 700 and analysts were calling for Apple 1,000, Apple 850, I said sold. Apple's going to hit 600 before it hits 1,000, and it looks like we're pretty dang close to fulfilling that prophecy. The rest of the week, folks, including today, Caterpillar came out with earnings, conference calls at 11 this morning, or actually it's going on right now, excuse me. FCX is also coming out with earnings. And then the rest of the week, we have some interesting, not so interesting. Harley-Davidson, obviously, it's a luxury good. I'm probably not going to see too, earth-shattering earnings out of Harley-Davidson. Wednesday, we have a lot of defense contractors. We have Boeing, Lockheed, and GD, General Dynamics. Boeing obviously makes a great airplane, the F-18 Hornet. Lockheed Martin, General Dynamics, these are all defense contractors, folks, who are going to be absolutely destroyed on January 1st with the fiscal cliff and the sequestration, the cuts that are automatically going to happen on January 1st. And these defense companies were supposed to, under the law, send out potential layoff notices to their employees if they're thinking about laying them off. And of course, the Obama administration has leaned on them and said, don't do that, even though it would be a violation of federal law. But let's not talk about that. Procter & Gamble on Thursday. That'll be very interesting. Matter of fact, I'll be up in New Jersey this Thursday speaking to Johnson & Johnson. So it'll be interesting to see how Procter & Gamble does. And when I meet with the leadership team at Johnson & Johnson up in Somerset, New Jersey, find out really what's going on in this consumer staples. Obviously, some of these stocks are supposed to be, quote, recession-proof, right? Everybody needs laundry soap. Everybody needs soap. Not everybody, but most people. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on there. And then Friday, wrapping up this week with earnings, got some pharmaceuticals and also some more dense contractors there with Rockwell. On the economic news front, I think Wednesday's probably going to be the biggest day here. Monday, nothing really going on. I really don't care what P and Alto says. I'm done with the FOMC members doing their cover your ass speeches about, hey, I voted against QE3 before I voted for it. Kind of like Biden and John Kerry. Tuesday, Richmond Manufacturing Index, yawn. Kind of like the Philly Manufacturing Index and the Empire in the past 2 weeks, seeing conflicting numbers out of manufacturing indices, and nothing's really going on. But on a Wednesday, manufacturing PMI, but new home sales as well, and also, where is it? The FOMC statement and the Fed's fund rate. Fed's fund rate. What are they going to do? Geez, go to -0 and start paying people interest? I wouldn't be surprised. Core durable goods orders on Thursday with weekly unemployment claims. That's always interesting now. And durable goods, pending home sales. So like I said, Wednesday, Thursday are going to be the big announcements this week, economic announcements. And also GDP, folks. GDP quarter over quarter is going to be very interesting. 1.6. The heavies are looking for 2.0, seller of that. And then consumer sentiment. Remember, University of Michigan consumer sentiment has been moving the markets a lot with their reports recently. How is the consumer feeling? And as we get into the fall here, starting to get into the G.I. Joe with Kung Fu grip time with Christmas coming up, it's going to be very interesting to see how the consumers are feeling. Everything's looking good in our model portfolios at Wealth Creation with Options, and also over at Top Gun Options, seeing a nice little $2,000 gain today. A lot of stuff in the green. Apple, a lot of our hedges are obviously just kind of flat. VXX, still working some USO positions as well, and we've got a lot of positions I need to put back on since expiration happened on Friday. Very good expiration at Top Gun Options and Wealth Creation with Options, except for Chipotle. Took a big loss in Chipotle, just a move I didn't expect to see, but in our model portfolios were up. Chipotle is our fourth biggest gainer since March 1st, to the tune of about 18 grand, just north of $18,000 in profits, and that's on about $50,000 in haircut that we're deploying at any one time. So that's not too shabby. So obviously you can't win them all the time. As retail traders, if you're trying to win on every trade, you're doing it wrong. Professional traders want to win 50.01% of the time. Why? Because over time, that means you're profitable. Retail traders try and win on every trade, whereas the professionals know that's not going to happen. But by using risk management, for example, on the CMG trade, Chipotle trade, $5 wide strikes, right? And we had our max risk defined going into that trade. Also, try to employ stop losses, right? Or ejecting at a certain point. But when a stock moves that quickly and gaps down, sometimes the stops don't work either. So that's why we're smart about the strikes we choose. But sometimes, to steal a Rumsfeldism, it's the unknown unknowns that reach out and touch you. It's that missile that hits you that you just couldn't have planned for, that the enemy just kind of came out of nowhere and hit you with. But I'm going to be looking at Apple and also getting back on the Chipotle weekly horse here, and also Google. Starting to see Apple and Google take a little bit of pressure here, but might get a February-ish, maybe January-ish diagonal on Apple going here in anticipation of a Merry Christmas for Apple, mini iPad, iPhone 5 sales as well. Okay, so if you're interested, make sure you join us in our trading services. I also want to talk about real quick, this Thursday, we're going to be holding a Wealth Creation with Forex training webinar. If you have no idea what Forex is, you absolutely have to come to this. Or if you trade Forex right now, you also absolutely have to come to this, because you know what this means. Forex Joe, our strategic partner, he's achieved over 10 consecutive months of 1,000+ pip gains. If you don't know what a pip is, kind of like me, no, just kidding. I know what Forex is, and I'm actually going to be getting on board with Forex Joe here to start learning Forex, because I want to add Forex to my trading arsenal as well. Trading the Canadian loonie versus the Taiwanese baht, or the euro versus the folks, Forex is pretty cool, because as one down, something usually goes up. It's like pairs trading, right? If you've ever heard the term pairs trading, and they actually call them Forex pairs, right? So as the dollar does this, the euro does this, or as the yuan does this, the euro does this. So this is pretty cool. So make sure, if you don't know what Forex is, or if you're just trading the hell out of Forex right now and doing it profitably, come listen to at least what Forex Joe has to say about how he trades Forex, because he's been doing it for over a decade. And he was actually a sports bettor in Vegas, and he took a lot of the same tools and techniques he used to become a extremely wealthy sports trader, and turned it into Forex here. And we're proud to have him on board, and I'm going to be on board Thursday as well, because I want to know how the hell he's pulling down all these pips and all these gains. Okay, so happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. I'll see you tomorrow with Top Gun Options Market Sit Rep. We'll see you.